Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So for today's video, I have been reading the comments and one of you suggested a while back that I should build the house that I live in. But I didn't really want to build the house that I currently live in, so what I built was the apartment that I used to live in. Now I know it is an apartment, but I might refer to it a lot as house, so bear with me. So this is a 2-bedroom apartment. I lived here with my parents, so you're gonna actually get an expose into their bedroom as well. So a lot of the colors don't really match up, and I'll admit that right away, but I still thought that it was a pretty cool thing to build. As I was building it, I kept remembering things and being like, oh, I completely forgot this was here, or I forgot what this looked like. So you'll see that I actually fidget around a lot, especially with placement and sizing. The issue here will also be that unfortunately there's no like half tile walls. There's half walls, but that's in height, not in width. So a lot of the walls will be either a bit too short or a bit too long, but in general, it is basically what the unit used to look like. And since it's an apartment, there's windows on only one side of it. We actually had a corner unit, but you'll see once we get to the master bathroom, there was a window there, but there wasn't a window anywhere else. Which, granted, there was a walk-in closet in the middle. I wouldn't really expect a window there. But there were windows on the one side in the bedroom. So it was kind of a weird layout. We would have loved to do a lot of work in this unit, but unfortunately it was a rental, so we couldn't really like knock down the wall that was in the kitchen, for example, to make it all open concept. And here, this is a master bathroom. There was a weird storage closet in there, which it was enough space to store the Christmas tree, which was what was there most of the time, but it was just a bit of a weird placement in general. So there were things here and there that was like, oh, this would have been great to fix, this would have been great to change, but being a rental unit, not so much that you can actually change. The base cupboards, so the cheapest ones you can actually get, were very similar to what we actually had. So similar that I actually kind of chuckled a bit. This area, for example, is not exactly true to nature. We actually had a old desk that we had in the kitchen, and we had put the microwave and the coffee maker there just to clear up space in the countertops. But if you see the size of the kitchen, for a rental unit, it was actually quite big. This whole apartment was actually very big for being only 2 bedrooms, or at least big with comparison to what you would expect to find around the area that I live in. So this was, I believe it was around 1,300 square feet, give or take. So it was pretty big. Typically, the unit that we used to live in before that was 3 bedrooms in 1,100 square feet. So we got 200 square feet more and 1 less bedroom. So there was a lot more living area in general, and the bedrooms were bigger, the bathrooms were bigger. It was all bigger in general. We moved out of here mainly because there was an apartment that was bought, and that was it. That was the end of the rental journey, basically. But it was a really, really good unit. The only thing being that it was a rental at the end of the day. Now, here's where don't judge my choices. I had a teal towel at the time, and pretty much all the walls were like a yellowish, a yellowish, beigeish color, I guess. It's the same color that every rental unit has. So that was pretty much a color scheme, but I had a green comforter on my bed. I had a teal towel in the bathroom. I had some paintings in the bathroom as well that were kind of pink. They weren't like those child paintings, but they were the only ones that I could find that were similar. And in my bedroom, that's the one that I'm furnishing right now, I had a whole bunch of movie posters for some reason. Now, here's a bit of a spoiler or an expose of myself. I still have the movie posters, and I still have them framed. I just don't have them up anymore. I didn't want to fill my walls up with movie posters again, and I wanted to put some other stuff on my walls, but At the time, we used to go to the movies a lot, and when you went to movie premieres, you would get a movie poster from time to time. It's been a while since we've been to the movie theater, but even before the pandemic happened, it had been a while since we had gotten a poster. They had stopped giving them out, which was kind of a shame, but I collected them because I liked getting them every time I went to a movie premiere. Now we're in the master bedroom, and you might have seen that I put a desk there. That's because there was a vanity in my parents' bedroom there, but when I was building that, I actually noticed there are no desk mirrors on The Sims. It's all wall mirrors or full length body mirrors. There are no like smaller mirrors that you can put there for decoration, basically. So I put a full length one on the wall, and that was about the end of it for there. But I would love to see things that you can actually see in real life, like desk mirrors and more cushions and maybe stuffed animals and just a whole bunch of clutter items, even like corner desks. I would love to see those just because they don't actually exist in The Sims. And there's a lot of times where you want to put a corner desk, but you basically have to put the chair on one side or the other. You can't put it on an angle to show that it's kind of like a corner desk, but it is what it is. Here in the entryway, I actually remembered I had completely forgotten that this apartment had a bit of an opening on the wall. Now, I could have made this 3 wide and put the opening between 2 full length, but that was going to make the kitchen be all out of proportion, and even with that, it wasn't going to really look how I wanted it to look. So I just left it there in the corner. I couldn't even get a column that actually matched. Now here's where it gets really funny. This was a very, very old apartment. I want to say it was probably built around the 60s, 70s. So a lot of it was kind of outdated. It was very clean, and the carpets were clean, and they were new actually. They had been replaced. But the whole atmosphere in the building was outdated, like the layout and whatnot. Yet our furniture didn't really reflect that. We actually had this fancy of a dining table in this type of apartment. It was quite funny. And the thing about it was that it was an extendable table. So when you put the leaf in, it was actually that long. And I considered putting in the one that is 2 by 1, but then that was going to be too small because it actually spent more time extended with the leaf than it did withdrawn. And with that, we would just put like we would put some other seating around there when other family members came over. And in the living room, it was also a thing where it was like we had a carpet on carpet for some reason. And that little ottoman would be the one that would actually open up. But anyways, that is about it. I hope you enjoyed seeing what my house used to look like. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.